Jonathan Romero getting this welterweight assignment. It is Bobby Winther, the Ghost, taking on the Black Bomber, Marcus Walston.
All right, John, here we go. Round one. Fighter ready? Fighter ready? Fight!
TJ DeSantis, Angela Hill, live tonight here in San Diego. We are underway.
That was a really quick start from Marcus, but that's how he goes. He just runs straight into the fire.
Looking at Walston, this is his first fight since July of 2021, so a bit of a layoff here. We'll see if that's a factor as we start early. Are you someone who believes in ring rust?
I do. I do think that it's very different, especially when you have a big stage like this. His earlier fights weren't on as big of a stage as this. It wasn't broadcast to thousands of people or millions of people, but he's handling it well. It's just Winther is on him. He's been on this takedown since the beginning of the round, and now he's finally secured a good position on top, and he's trying to break down that arm.
See how Walston tries to approach getting back up. He's got that fence to his back. He can try to wall walk, but that pressure of Winther has definitely been on display. But Walston able to get back to his feet.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about Walston is that he has that Derrick Lewis ability to just stand up. He can be caught in the worst position, flat on his back. Eventually, he'll muster up that energy and just stand.
Winther really sticking with this wrestling offensive mindset here, trying to get Walston back to the mat.
And this is something that Walston expected. He knew that immediately Winther was going to go for that takedown. He's very decorated in jiu-jitsu, has a lot of submission and ground and pound finishes. Ooh, that big slam. That big slam is exactly what we've seen in the past from him.
Now Walston trying to frame up this Kimura, right arm.
That's one of the Phil Davis Wrestling Club go-tos. Kimura and either using it to submit or stand up.
I was just going to say, it's an interesting submission because there's, multiple positive outcomes. You can obviously get the submission, or you can induce a scramble and use it as a sweep.
Exactly, and that's what he's trying to do. Winther is getting her out right now. There's also the ability to take the back from here if Walston lets go of that pressure on the arm. It looks like he's going to try to start that hook, and he's still kind of out of the guard. See him wiggling out. Oh, good job by Walston getting that turnover, getting that roll from the Kimura grab.
Just past the halfway point here of round number one. We'll see what Walston wants to do. Now needs to stay out of this triangle attempt, though, by Bobby Winther.
Just going to say he needs to watch his arms. Now one's in and one's out. Oh, setting up the arm bar. If he could just stack or maybe even slam, it looks like he might try to do, just to get that pressure.
Winther shutting down that slam, but Walston able to get free.
And you can see Phil Davis in the corner saying, don't slam, just stay there. It's really beneficial to have someone as experienced as Phil Davis there to walk you through those wild positions.
Content to stay on the floor here is Walston. Are you surprised that he's not trying to get back to his feet, knowing that Winther has submissions from his back?
I think he feels pretty comfortable here, but it would probably be beneficial to stand up. I think he definitely has a lot of power, and he can use that to his advantage, especially after Winther will be a little bit tired from all the scrambling.
We'll see if he tries to at least get out of that guard and maybe shut down the submission offense that way.
Yeah, don't like him leaving that hand in there, but don't like him leaving that one in, one out. That's always going to give the opportunity for the triangle, but he seems to be comfortable in that danger zone, so good for him. Now he's going for that Kimura. He can use that to flip him over. The cage is kind of in the way now.
Winther trying to work on getting back in top position.
Man, this is an exhausting round. I'm just looking at both of them, and there's been so much output in this round. Good job by Winther getting back on top.
Now back on the feet, under 30 seconds left. These two men exchanging here inside the pocket.
You can just see the lactic acid in both of their arms. Many punches were thrown, not much damage was accumulated because they're both been grappling and just exhausting their arms the entire round.
9 seconds here of round number 1. Winther going to work with some right hands. There we go, first 5 minute in the books, and we'll see what the mindset is here to start round number 2.
Here we go, round 2.
Both men had their moments, but when you look at Winther, a bit better moments, I think, for his attack, and we'll see if he sticks with that sort of, takedown heavy mindset here in round 2.
He definitely looks a little fresher on the feet right now, too. Walston's gonna have to take a deep breath and, clinch up or something.
Big shots here, and Jonathan Romero has seen enough. Bobby Winther victorious via TKO.
That was a bit early, but I mean, he was definitely in trouble. Walston was definitely in trouble. Winther was throwing heat. It felt like an amateur level stoppage, though. I could see if this was an amateur fight, but in the pros, you gotta let the guy go out on the show. That was a bit early for me.
Referees have the hardest job, I think, in mixed martial arts, but I think the eyes of Walston definitely crossed. Maybe we can see something here, Angie.
Yeah, that first punch that Winther threw, you could see the eyes kind of go to the side. He definitely had a moment of like, wait a second, what's happening? But